Good morning students. Page number 22. Electric field due to a plain sheet of charge. So this is another application of Gauss's theorem to find the electric field at a point P due to charge which is spread on a plain infinite sheet. Okay, so this is an introduction. Consider an infinite thin plane sheet of charge density sigma, and the unit of charge density, here it is charge per unit area, it is coulomb per meter square. So we have to imagine that there is a plane sheet, an infinite plane sheet, and charge is given to the plate so that it is equally spread like this, and we are taking a small, this is an infinite sheet, we are taking a small portion of the sheet that is drawn in the figure, and due to the presence of this spread out positive charge, we want to find out the electric field at a point here, either here or on the other side. So let P is a point. Actually here there will be electric field due to each of these charges. It is very difficult to find out the electric field considering each charge separately and separately find the electric field. So Gauss's theorem helps us to find the electric field here. Let E is the electric field and we want to find out the equation for that. So consider a point P at one side at a distance r from the sheet. To find the electric field at P due to uniform charge distributed on the sheet, which is the electric field is written as E, what you have to do? First you have to imagine a Gaussian surface in the shape of a cylinder. This cylinder has both circular face area ds and P is the center of one of the face. So we have told that we need to consider a Gaussian surface. In that surface P should be a point. So we will taking a surface like this. So this much area is having positive charges, this much area, and the imaginary cylinder is continuing like this. So this distance is r. So while imagining a Gaussian surface, first thing is the our point where we want to find the electric field, that should be a point on the Gaussian surface. Okay. And second thing is electric field on that point, in and around the point, should be perpendicular. Okay, the electric field will be like this. From the positive charge, the uniform electric field will be like this. So in this point also electric field is perpendicular to the surface. That's the second thing. And third thing, within the Gaussian surface, this is a shape of a cylinder, there should be some charge. So this is a region where some charge is spread over. So this is a Gaussian surface, and the charge density, charge per unit area, that means if you take 1 meter length, 1 meter breadth, we got a 1 meter square area. So in that area only, what is charge? That charge is sigma coulombs per meter square. So that is called areal charge density or surface charge density, sigma. Okay. So this area is ds. The circular area is ds, and this circular area is also ds. And here is a curved surface area of the Gaussian cylinder. Electric lines that passes through end to end surface area. and no flux passes through curved surface area of the cylinder. So let us find out how electric flux passes through different area. You can see that these lines are penetrating through these points, and similarly electric lines are passing through this ds area also, penetrating through, passing perpendicular through. So ds area, and through this ds area there is flux, and you can see that the same thing is drawn here. Electric lines are coming out through this ds area, in two ends area, this ds area and this ds area, and here electric lines are passing along, not passing through, it is passing along the curved surface. So we can say through the curved surface area there is zero flux or no flux. So we need to count the flux through these two end surface area. So we need to consider only flux through the whole cylinder is same as flux equal to E into area. E means electric field into area. What is E? E is the electric field at the point P here or at the point here. And so that is equal to E into ds plus ds. So that's the area, ds here and ds here. So that is 2ds. So let that be equation 1 for the total flux passing out of the Gaussian cylinder. Now we write another equation for the same flux using Gauss theorem. Okay, according to Gauss theorem, the flux phi is q by epsilon 0, where q is the enclosed charge, that is charge within the Gaussian cylinder. With a cylinder. So that is in this region only. In this region only there is charge. We need to consider, that is q. So for that q we can write sigma into ds. So what does that mean? Sigma into ds. Mass per unit area. This much area, 1 meter length, 1 meter breadth. That is sigma. And we have got the area this much. That is also same as ds, the same ds. So what is a charge? Charge per unit area into given area. So that is written here. Q equal to sigma into ds. So replacing q with the sigma ds, we can write phi equal to sigma ds by epsilon 0, which is equation 2. Now we compare the two equation 1 and 2 with an equal sign. E into 2 ds equal to sigma ds by epsilon 0. We can cancel away ds on both sides, and we are arriving at the equation for electric field at the point P as sigma by 2 epsilon 0. So this equation shows that there is no term like r. Actually this distance is r. This distance is r. There is no term in the equation. That means anywhere on the right side or left side of the charger plate, electric field is the same. Electric field depends only on the charge density. So how that happen? This is the shape of the electric field. If you take a unit area here, say we can count up to 200. If you take the electric field here, that is also electric flux, that is also 200, because all the lines are parallel. Also it is uniform electric field, is it? So anywhere the electric field will be same on left side or right side of the plate, electric field will be the same. So the final equation, remember, E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Okay.